Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff, and today we are doing our Game Week 26 Hit Squad. Our best 15 players, budgeted, all within budget. Don't you worry about that one.
Hit Squad.
We're going to put it out for Game Week 26, Joffy boy. You know what? I am not going to mention this guy's name because I don't own him and I don't like him, so please take us to the goalkeeper, Joff.
All right, so just kicking us off, the very lovely Henderson, Dean Henderson, 101 points for the season. I like it. I'm a big fan of this guy. He's looked after me with, 3 double-digit hauls in the last, it's been like 8 game weeks. So just been a really staunch figure at the back, 9 clean sheets for the season. I know he's got a blank in the coming weeks, but I'd suggest to get him in if you can, if you've got a suitable option on the bench to replace him in game week 28. But who is our first in defence, Mick?
I'm going to kick us off, mate, with a man that you've been telling me has been on headers for his entire career, Yerry Mina. Finally, he delivered 2 of those headers in the last fixture, which was great to see for Everton. But I mean, if you do look at his stats, he has had 5 attempts in the last 4 game weeks. So I mean, that's literally the best for any defender in the league. So that's pretty good when you consider that. So obviously he is getting up there. He is getting in the box. He's got the delivery from people like Dinya and Sigurdsson. So they do have some set piece specialists that can deliver balls in. So he's a great shout, mate. I'm actually looking at him for my own team job. So why don't you take us on to our next defender?
Yeah, good value there, 5.3. So next defender, Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's always the same old story. He's on corners, he's on assists, he's on just everything. The guy is probably the best defender in the history of FPL. Honestly, he's on free kicks. If he only had penalties, he probably would be like the best defender. I reckon he is anyway. But TAA, get him in if you haven't got him. He's an essential. And who is next, Mick?
Next up, we've got TAA Junior, this little fella, little Gomez there. 5.2 million. If you do want to, move from someone like Mane to shore up another Liverpool spot, this Liverpool defense just keeps on. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You know what I mean? They just keep on keeping clean sheets. Gomez is playing. He's playing 90 minutes. Played 90 minutes for like 10 game weeks. So this Liverpool defense, it's definitely hard not to double up on Liverpool defense. Honestly, if you don't know someone else like Firmino, for example, you just go straight to one of the defenders, and Gomez is a cut price option into that defense, mate.
I like it a lot.
So take us on to our first midfielder.
All right, so kicking us off in the middle, we've just got to start with Salah. He's going to be our captain again. He's our captain every week. The guy is just absolute class. He's in absolute form. 16 points in his last 2 game weeks. He's just, he's in unbelievable form. He's essential for me. Get him in if you don't own him. Probably captain him this week as well. And who is next, Mick?
Next up, I'm going to go with a little bit different. I'm going to go with Mahrez, mate. I think Mahrez, we just don't know if he's going to play. But when he does play, he delivers, mate. And I think this West Ham game, City are going to give him an absolute battering. And I think Mahrez is going to be first in line, mate. He's going to be sitting there just whisking that beer batter up and just piling on the pressure onto West Ham. And
beer batter.
He's great. He's such a quality option. If only Pep Roulette didn't exist, we'd all own Mahrez.
Oh, 100%.
I'm going with Mahrez this week. I got a feeling that Mahrez is going to have one of those weeks, Joffy boy. All right, mate, take us on to our next midfielder.
Could be spot on there. So this one here is actually my punt of the week in the preview, which is the link is down below if you haven't watched our preview already. So James Ward-Prowse. So I've gone with JWP here. He hasn't been in the best form. He hasn't scored in a while. It's an absolute punt. But I just think at 5.8 million with the run of fixtures that they've got, I think that it could be time for JWP to get a bit of form. And he's on penalties, so maybe he does some damage there from the spot. And who is next here, Mick?
Next up, I've gone for Decore. So this Watford team has been great under Pearson. Playing this Brighton team who, because I brought in Matt Ryan, cannot keep a clean sheet to save their freaking lives. So I think Decore is going to do some damage, Joff. I really do. Because why not? Because Brighton are going to keep a clean sheet. So, I mean, if you look at Decore's stats, pretty good. He's sitting about, 10th of midfielders for goal attempts in the last 4 game weeks, and right around the same sort of shots inside the box. So sitting on 9. I mean, if you compare that to someone like Salah who's sitting on 20, obviously there's a massive disparagement, but still decent stats for a player such as Decore, mate. So 5.7 million for this Watford team. I think he's a good shout for a 4th mid.
I like it.
Take us on to our forward line.
All right, so kicking us off here, Sergio Kun Aguero. It's a risky one because obviously the split round of fixtures, you don't know who he's going to start. He could actually start Jesus as well. You just never know with bloody this maniac Pep. We just spoke about him with the roulette with Mahrez. So if Aguero does start, I can see Aguero definitely getting double figures here. I can definitely see it happening, but we shall wait and see what happens if he gets the nod. So yeah, Aguero definitely, he'd be our vice captain as well. And who is next in the midfield? Sorry, next in the forward line.
Next up, I've gone for Raul Jimenez. I always back Raul. I mean, you can always back him in any fixture, and especially when they get a decent fixture, you just got to put Jimenez in there. So, I mean, if you look at Jimenez's stats over the last 4 game weeks, well, he's sitting pretty, mate. Sitting pretty, third in the league of any forward for shots on target, that's what you want from your forward.
Yeah.
He's had 7 shots on target in the last 4, which, just for reference, is only 3 behind Aguero, who's on 10. So, Raul Jimenez, he's just that link-up play that he's got with Adama Traore has just been amazing so far this season. So I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from Raul, and this Wolves team is just a quality team. So
They really are.
Why don't you take us on to our last forward, mate?
All right, so last in here, we've got the businessman, Danny Ings. He's not in the greatest form. He hasn't scored in his last 3, but I feel like he's been managed for minutes in the last 2 fixtures. So I can see him getting back to quality minutes and getting some quality points as well. So I can see Ingsy doing some business as he does in this game. And who is our keeper on the bench, Mick?
Oh, well, I did speak about him briefly just before. Matty Ryan, please keep a clean sheet, mate. Come on. Australia. I mean, this Brighton team can't keep a clean sheet at the moment, but hopefully Watford misfires and maybe Deeney doesn't play or something, and somehow Matty Ryan keeps a clean sheet. Let's hope. Let's just hope.
I reckon he's on the bench here because for a penalty save, because they're probably going to concede. This is I don't know why he's in this team, but he's in there anyway. He's on the bench.
Who's first on our bench?
Right, first on our bench.
God.
So this is a good one. I like this first on bench. We've got Egan here. So he's probably actually going to be my sub, to be honest. So Egan could probably come in for John Lundstrom for me. Unfortunately, Johnny, sorry, buddy. But he's worth 4.5. He's cheap, and they keep clean sheets. It's pretty simple. And who is next?
Next up on the bench, I'm going to go for Fleck, Joff. I think this Sheffield run that they're currently in is hard to ignore, and having the option of a 5 million John Fleck to stick on the bench, I think it's a great option.
Yeah.
He does get forward. He's had 6 attempts in the last 4 game weeks. Not fantastic, but for a 5 million midfielder, it's half decent. So I'm gonna go for Flecky boy. Joff, why don't you take us on to the last on the bench?
I like that. And what I might actually do is I might switch them around. So I'll put Fleck in as our first bench just in case, and I'll put Egan as our second. And last on the bench now is Mr. Stevens from Southampton. So they've kept a couple of clean sheets in their last 5 or 6 or something like that, Southampton. But he scores goals. He gets up for headers, and I think he could be a good option here at home to Burnley. So we'll see what happens with that one.
Yeah, great, mate. Well, that is our hit squad all wrapped up in a nice little package for this split round. Make sure you remember that it really matters, but just keep that in mind. All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Joffy, and thank you to everyone out there that's enjoyed this video and watched it with us. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like, give us a subscribe, and we'll be back real soon with some more FPL contents.
That's it, guys. And if you do like our stuff as well, please share it with your friends or family. We're trying to get the spread the word, get the word out for FPL Take the Hit. So yeah, we really appreciate it. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, up to 2,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone out there that has subscribed.
Thank you so much.
Continues watching us. We really appreciate everyone out there. As we said, FPL Take the Hit. Always remember to stay positive.
Keep chasing them green arrows, guys.
Take the hit.